In this video, I'll show you how to install a double pole, double throw switch. This is a quick step-by-step guide for my setup. This switch will be used to open and close the airbag door for my gauges and apex controller. Since I'm always building circuits and I don't know what else I'll upgrade on the MX6, I just ordered a 4-pack of switches from Amazon. Alright, here's the switch that actually comes with the actuator switch. There's nothing special to it. It's very bulky. It was not made to mount on a dash or anything, so I'm going to upgrade it. The only good thing about this switch, it's labeled and it makes it very, very easy to plug up. Alright, so the actual switch I'll be using is a double pole, double throw switch, which it has 6 terminals on the back. So it is also known as a momentary on-off-on. That means when I push it up, it's on for momentarily until I release it. And then when I push it down, the same thing, it will be on momentarily on this other circuit. So you usually have the 2 inputs coming in right here, and they correspond with these outputs as you flick the switch. Alright, so let's check it out. I will be mounting the switch into a custom-made carbon fiber switch panel. I'll have a video on how to make a switch panel later. I carefully use this stepper drill bit to gradually create the hole size needed for the switch to fit securely. While drilling, make sure you drill slowly to achieve the precise dimension required for mounting the switch. So you can see this switch. So this switch does mount by this nut, and it also has a washer on it to give you to hide the gap if you drill it too big. And then there's another nut below it that controls the height, how far the toggle switch actually sticks out of where you're mounting it. Next, I'll be installing some blue indicator lights. These lights not only are useful for troubleshooting, but they also add a cool blue style to the ride. The blue matches the gauge theme in the car. Here I will be demoing the switch working with the actuator with just some jump wires and a battery. For the actual circuit, I'll be using some wires I have laying around the garage. So the first part of the switch, you just want the positive and negative on one side, and it goes to the actuator. Then we're going to cross the middle. Alright, so see here, we're crossing the middle. It goes to this other side down here. Then we cross this top one. Then it's just running a positive and a negative to the battery. Alright, so negative, and then a positive. Alright. I'll be using the hook style connectors because they are easy to use for the screw terminals. I am shortening the black wires, which will be the grounds for the indicator lights. I am inserting the indicator ground wires with the main ground wire coming into the switch. What I currently have hooked up right now is the main power wire and ground coming into the switch, along with the two indicator grounds going to the switch. Now I'm working on the wires that will go between the actuator and the switch. I will be joining one of the indicator positive lights to the positive side of the wire that goes to the actuator. I'll be using this white wire as the crossover wire. It will be used to reverse the polarity on the actuator so that the drive can go back in. I will be joining the other indicator's positive with this crossover cable. Alright, now there's so many wires, it is a little difficult to tell what is going on. Instead of just focusing on the main circuit, it's easier if you divide the circuit into three different circuits. One is the indicator lights, the second one is the actual actuator, and the third one is the crossover cables. I am joining one of the crossover cables with the positive side of the actuator motor and the other crossover cable to the negative side. This will allow it to reverse the polarity and put positive on the negative and negative on the positive. The other side of the crossover cable just has the red wire to the indicator light added to it. Whoops, it looks like I got the two red wires to the indicator light switched. I'll need to move them so that the lights actually go in the direction of the switch. The circuit drawings are correct, it's just that I accidentally swapped the two red wires. This was an easy fix. All I had to do was swap the two positives of the indicator lights. Now this blue heat shrink may be a little bit overkill, but I wanted the heat shrink to go up a little bit higher than what came on the connectors. And finally, I inserted a specialty connector for the wires going to the dash.